Welcome, guys. This is season 11 of the North American Online League, and today is the first session of the reviews. And here we go. Here is the email. If you guys are interested, here is always the Zoom link. These reviews all happen via Zoom, and each reviewer will take on 3 games. This is us. We are 7 to 8 p.m. Here are our games for tonight. And just for this season, we have quite a very stacked lineup. We have Yoon Yang Kim, 8P, joining us for the first time at the reviews. She is gonna be looking at these 3 games. Yulun Yang is at 8:30, and Alexander Chi, also a professional, is at 9 o'clock. So very, very stacked lineup. Okay, we are in. Let us see our first game. Wow, this is Andy Zhou. Andy Zhou is our first game. All right, so great. If I'm not mistaken, Andy is like I thought he was like a 1 Dan AGA player, something around the Dan level. So look for Andy to play very strong moves. Without any further ado, let's get started. Okay. Okay, this is a very simple Joseki. This is a very, very normal move. If you were a little bit more ambitious, you always want to get 1 leg up on the opponent, feel free to play like all the way out to the corner and approach the corner. You don't have to always complete the Josekis. Okay. Okay, so black just extends this, gives white a chance to have a very nice corner enclosure. This is 2 spaces. Because it's still 3 spaces away from black, it's not likely to have any problems such as this kind of move. So seems very comfortable for white. Black plays a very, very solid and big move. Makes a lot of sense. And here we can see some of the strategy begin to show up. Andy has chosen a very, very territorial strategy. All the black pieces, stones on the board, are now sort of self-contained. They're not really forming any synergies across the board. Of course, white is also not connected, which is also fine. So we have a very stable, very sort of small territory kind of game. And here black plays a very, very solid 2-space extension again. This looks a little slow, but it's not going to be too bad because it is limiting white and also expanding black at the same time. Okay, this move for white is for sure to be a bit slow, a bit small. Usually, think of another play. For example, white extends along the side, and then black comes to attack the white group, and then here white just keeps expanding. How much damage has black caused? Very, very little, and it doesn't feel like white should, white is really worried about the cuts or the safety of the group or anything. This is indicative of a very, very common phenomenon at the Q level, and that is we don't want any of our stones to die, which is very reasonable. We understand, but if you are willing to let some of these stones get attacked, you could take the time and then grab a lot of other big resources on the board. One good example is to attack first, attack the left-hand side. We showed another variation of going down onto the side as well. So in the game, white played an extremely solid move, and this move noticeably surrounds even less territory than the black stone at R11. So black gains a little overall here. Okay, and now black chooses a very, very active and in-your-face kind of play. Seems very reasonable. These moves are getting a lot of influence and reach across the board. This move makes a lot of sense as white. After we played a very solid 07 move, this kind of a move does make a lot of sense. It makes sense that you want to go away from your strengths and then sort of push your opponent into it. And this move, even though it's along the side, you can clearly see the effect of pushing black into the white thickness in the middle here. So something like this. And so this move is going to be approved. Another move would be a regular approach and P18, which is almost the same as Q18. Okay, so black chooses a corner. This also makes sense. Pushing white out also defends the corner territory and also makes white difficult to make two eyes with. And okay, so I think overall in this opening, white has done a pretty good job. Okay, white plays here. And okay, let's see what happens next. Black turns. Okay, this move is very, very similar to the white move at 07 we saw earlier. This is very thick. This is totally defending every weakness that black has here. This is okay. This is okay, but noticeably the bottom is a very big area, and if I am black, I'm not sure if I like this exchange of the outside versus white taking a very big amount of territory. Okay, so white plays here. This is very, very reasonable, and here comes the invasion. Yeah. For sure, black does not want to be expanding over here. This is where a lot of white stones are, and the additional territory that black is going to get is not going to be cherished because the corner is already alive. So in that case, then this move makes perfect sense as black. And here we can see some of the activeness starting to pay off for the game. Black has played very, very thick, and so did white over here on the lower right, but then white has a group on the top, and black played F15, which is a very, very strong move, making a lot of strength, and that's going to help black deal with whatever fighting that's going to occur on the bottom. Okay, this move is very, so this move doesn't seem that aggressive from white's perspective, or what seems perfectly reasonable, but another normal move compared to the normal moves. One is here, another move is to play the star point, and another move is to peep first and then jump. Compared to all these moves, the jump does not protect the corner territory as much, and so this exposes a little bit of a weakness. Look for black to punish white in this location. One idea is to play the attach and then extend, and then look for these kinds of cuts, and also the cut in the on the inside. Another idea is to just go for the cut directly, and if white does something very, very strong like this one, black can play this way. This is good for black. So white will have to capture the two black stones, and in this way, black can finally, black can really squeeze white into this really blobbed up shape. This is a very interesting variation, and probably favors black. And if white does not capture this, if white play somewhere else to attack black, then black will capture this one stone and be totally alive. And here we can see some the aggression pay off for black. Okay, in the game black, I see. Okay, remember we said one of our greatest contributions to the Go community is our theory of the defender's advantage. And one of the things, if you guys are familiar with that, or that we keep talking about, is that you have to strike before you're totally strong. That way, for example, like this, the two stones are very valuable for white because white has to connect the two stones to attack black. And if we start moving out like this, we begin to lose some of our defender's advantage. And God forbid if white places peep first, which would protect the corner in Sente, and then black is really left with not too many eye spaces or territory. Okay, so in the game, black leaves the corner and then starts by counter-attacking the white two stones. This is fine, this is very good, and this is according to our principles, counter-attack before you are totally strong. This way, if the course of fighting makes black stronger, as we see here in this game, this is very, very good. Okay. Hane and white tanukis. Yeah, this makes sense as well. White has already saved himself, and if white were to continue, this cut is going to happen. With this said, black does take some territory on the bottom and also moves out and takes care of the middle group. So next, in the corner, black is going to play the 3-3 instead of the attach, and in order to take white's corner away from white. So this is a very big threat, and you can protect this threat so easily with a peep. So please make sure you do. Okay, so white plays this shoulder hit. This is a very good tanuki by black with no ideas about attacking the right-hand side white position. Allowing white to play more here is very, very, it doesn't bother black at all. So this is another good time to tanuki and play in the corner. So in the game, black extends and white plays a very big territory move. This one's good. This one not only makes the territory big, but it also gets rid of any potential problems. For example, something like this. Where now we can see that white may not be able to capture black without some kind of a code. This is a code, for example. So this Hane Connect totally gets rid of any Aji in the corner, and therefore it has a lot of thickness value, and therefore it is very, very big. Okay, and here black also plays a very big move. This move connects the middle group to the left-hand side and the top and makes a lot of territory at the same time. This is very, very nice. If white were to get this, black would then have to worry about these peeps, these cutting points, this cutting point, the middle cutting point, and certainly black would not have any territory in the middle. So after black gets this move, seems like this fight has favored black, and white hasn't attacked to any good effect. Attach here, again, protecting the corner with this move, one and done, is very nice, very recommended. Another thing we recommend is to try to play some of these peeps. And right now, don't commit to the cut, but rather play lightly and just something like this, where eventually black protects the cut, and this way we can destroy all the black potential territory in the middle. This is called a fancy peep. Well, it's a peep, and then we don't cut, but keep the threat up, keep the peep up. In the game, these two moves has netted white very little additional territory, but allowed black to solidify a much greater amount of territory. So these exchanges hugely benefits black. So now white plays this move as a reduction move, but it's noticeably a little bit like right now white is reducing black, whereas before white could have destroyed everything that black had in the area. And now because of this, black is able to play very strongly, and then this fight seems very, very good for black. Okay, a better move would be to Atari here. White can still be cut, and then the upper side group having to live is a very, very big burden for white. And this way, that would be black picking up the victory right there. In the game, black extends. This is also fine. At least white cannot push through and escape. So white plays here. I'd recommend this and then extend, and this way white can clearly run away. In the game, this gives black an opportunity to cut the white stones off. Okay, a little bit of a detail, guys. When this peep happens, remember our biggest contribution is defender's advantage, and one of the key ideas for that is you have to counterattack while you are not totally strong yet, which means right now, before you protect the cut, this extend is for sure to be sente. White is not gonna cut and just allow you to capture those two stones. Therefore, you can get this one move in sente, and this will help tremendously in the future. For example, a simple move like this is peeping white. This is some sente territory. This is some sentes as well. It will help black cut white and attack this bottom. Without this, after you just connect, this move in the future will not be sente. White will ignore the two stones, and you lose this sente forever if you don't take the sente now. And this is where a defender's advantage comes in, where if you're on the defense, where you have to protect some kind of a weakness, this allows you to get all these sente moves that are not really sente to begin, otherwise. So take advantage of these opportunities, and then annoy the heck out of your opponent, and your game would improve as a result. Okay, in the game, this attach is a move. This commits black to Hane on the inside, and now clearly black has 2 cutting points, and black can only defend 1. So attach is a good move to escape. This way, it's probably still escapable, but white will have to make this push, make this cut, make this peep, cut on the inside, and then cut here. So it's one cut slower than the best moves. White commits the cardinal sin of defense. Remember, defender's advantage is where you can sacrifice this 1 stone and exchange with black also 1 stone. Maybe like this. This way you're not even exchanging any stones with the opponent. You're just connecting. This is defender's advantage. You are willing to give up some value. But when white played in a way that didn't give up any of the stones, he ends up concentrating all of the white stones, and as a result, this group becomes very heavy, and we lose the defender's advantage of being able to make exchanges because all your stones are in one piece. Therefore, none of the stones can die because they're all connected. If one stone dies, they all die. And so as a result, this white group is very heavy, cannot be sacrificed, and white has to make it live. And let's see if white is able to do that. White gives up on the middle, and so surely this will be the end of the game as well. Okay, white gains a little bit on the bottom here, but the middle group totally lost is gonna be too much. Oh, and white loses the top as well. Okay, well played on both sides. It was black with the very nice group capture in the middle that sealed the deal. And when the crucial moment, the life and death game deciding moment was on the line, white played too conservatively, and as a result, white not only did not keep up with black in the surrounding game, in the territory surrounding game, white was not also able to even make this group alive. So make sure to look for any counterattacks when you're defending, and when you're defending, the defender has advantages, and make sure you guys use it, because if you don't use it, not only will you fall behind in the game, you will also may not be able to defend the group altogether. All right, let's go to our second game. This one is Zhao versus Ma. Now, don't know which one. Okay, we have black play. No. We have. Anyways, we have two players, and we have one player with the best name ever, Zebra Bob, and Azalea, a type of flower, also very good. Props to these two for having very good nicknames. Great, Zebra Bob. Let's see how well. This one catches my eye a little more, so let's focus the game from the black's perspective with Zebra Bob. Okay. Very reasonable Joseki, and both sides capture one of each other's stones. Good. White plays here. This is the next Joseki move. Makes perfect sense. This move is a little bit too far away from white, or too close to white, depending on your perspective. Why is it too far away from white? It's too far away because the next move is not that severe. It's not threatening to escape with a one black stone. White can have a very nice, plenty of ice space position. So I have seen this move being played, and if white does ignore this move too, which often do happen, black can play this kind of a thing where black can capture one white stone, and if white doesn't cut, black can connect and cut the white corner. So white will definitely have to, play something like this. And noticeably, white has much worse eye shape. So often white would capture on the outside, and this way black gets a Panuki shape in Sente, which significantly strengthens black's position. This move is probably also fine, but noticeably better than the normal approach move position. But yeah, and then so this is why this is a little too far away. This is not Sente enough. These moves are all Sentes. Now, and it's also a little bit too close because given that you're not threatening white very much, black does not actually have a good way to make a base or reach safety with this group, and you're susceptible to very strong counterattacks by white, some kind of an invasion. So yes, you can be at once both too close and too far away from your opponent. Okay, so white does ignore this, and that's one of the things that we did recommend for white earlier. Okay, this is a very reasonable move, but here black has a major weakness with the top right. Let's see if white plays the Q13 Hane and cutting the two black groups move. This would be very, very strong. Moreover, as it's extra painful for black to give up this one stone, because that makes the R8 stone extremely strong by having surrounded territory, and that also cuts down on the counterattack potential for the cornerstone, the R5 stone. So it hurts extra much. In the game white plays the extend. This is to remember, you have to counterattack before you're totally strong. And when you play this move, white is now totally strong, and so black is gonna play something like this, protect the weakness. Now let's see if black played the strongest move of the Q18 block. This is what I expect from many players in the Q level, but let's see. Black does not disappoint. Zebra Bob does block. He's like, I have some weaknesses, but I choose to not see the weaknesses. Come fight me if you dare. Okay, and so white comes and fights, and this is a favorable fight for white. Let's see if it indeed turns into a favorable fight for white. Yes, the two black stones has nowhere to run, and a few exchanges later, the two black stones are totally dead, and the R8 white stone is super strong, which really cuts down on the possibilities for the corner black stone as well. And also the top black shape doesn't have ice space, and it's hard to capture the one white stone at 017. So after this one exchange, white comes back and then does do the most important thing, which is exploiting black's weaknesses, and he succeeds. So unfortunate for Zebra Bob, this game now favors white. And another unfortunate move by Zebra Bob here. White is so solid with his territory position on the right hand side. All of this is all total territory now. Remember, this is always, the territory is never just territory. The territory is a position of strength if you can't take the territory away. And if it's a position of strength, you much rather play outside of this and allow white to capture the 3 stones. However big white can capture the 3 stones, the additional territory is not going to be as much as the additional territory that black is going to surround. So these are not useful stones because they're not threatening any white stones, and as such they are not worth saving. Okay, white starts the attack on the bottom, then goes to the top here. A very good attacking idea is to play this kind of a move where we're clearly attacking the middle black group and then also making a lot of territory with it while we attack, and that also saves the one white 017 stone. That makes a lot of sense. If you go for this capture, that is also very strong, but let's just say even if black just gives up on the stones, it doesn't feel like white is better than that other diagram where white is taking territory and attacking the whole thing. If black harness, then we do have another chance to go back to this, which is probably okay. So in the game, white plays here, and black plays the absolutely must-play move to split the white, two stones. Jumps. Here the most important thing is to make sure that black's upper side is a secure territory. If white survives with this one stone, then every black stone that surrounds the white stone is not alive, doesn't have a place to find 2 eyes, and is surrounded by white stones. So that this is a very, very important area right now to zone in on the top. This jump is fine. Another idea is to play this kind of a sente move. So hopefully we can force white to move in like this. We may be able to, we may be not. In any case, this move is very likely to be sente. And then maybe we can even jump and capture in a big scale. that would be good. This move starts surrounding on the left, but as we discussed, the top is the most important area right now, because the top is an area where white is very weak, almost dead, and where black is also very weak. As long as white lives, black is almost dead. So it looks like white is going to be able to get to the top first now with this one move. So unfortunate for Zebra Bob. Okay. Great. Great. In the game though, white is not able to actually totally survive with the top group like this as we recommended. However, okay, let me okay, good. 1 second, guys. Weird. Okay, so in the game, white plays a very defensive move with the diagonal move on the top. This again allows black to secure the capture, which is extremely important. Okay. Black blocks. Yeah. Right now we have a huge risk. The huge risk is that white would save this one stone and as a result do major damage against the black position on the surrounding stones. So when black plays out into the perimeter, trying to secure as big a capture as possible, this sort of like white has no way to save the one stone other than to play on the inside, and this incidentally is also what black is very afraid of. So okay, so first white attacks the corner first. This does make a lot of sense, and complicated fighting occurs. Yeah, so besides the problem on the top for black now also has a problem on the left-hand side. And here, yeah, a life and death fight, but even if white ends up not living here, white is gonna be able to make a lot of thickness and have some synthase in the middle, and after that white can easily play on the top. So there's no way that this will end well for black. Yeah, and this part shows the defender's advantage very clearly as well. So right now, white just has to live, and normally black would extend, but this would basically allow white to survive on the left-hand side. And so black was not willing to do that, and therefore black plays the headbutting move. This exposes the weaknesses in the black's shape with all these cuts, and as a result, here white messes up a little bit, but it's not a major issue. Okay, this in the game, black gets an extra liberty at g17, but that's not going to swing the game. So as a result, black's own weaknesses is going to doom the game for black. Okay. Because black has an extra liberty on the g17, black is able to survive now, which is good. So this went as well for black as it probably could have. And then also interestingly, white plays this very defensive move. This move again is one more slow move that's going to allow black to defend the top territory. And now the game evens out very, very much. So here I'm play this. This way white has a backdoor to live on the top via this move. And then white can have his way with black over here. And then net this, and black is gonna be 3 liberties against white's 4 liberties, and that's it. Okay, so in the game, white messes up in the fighting actually, and this gives black a very, very good chance to come back into the game. And black does not waste it. Zebra Bob does not disappoint. So here, this move is still very, very strong for white, and black would still be in trouble in the game at that point. In the game, white plays this jump, which runs into this very nice Tasuji move, which captures the 4 white stones. And also the 2 white stones at m4 and m5 are in danger. White has already lost a group on the left, and the black secured the top. So this game is going very well for black now. Let's see what happens next. And so maybe white is feeling like he was being outfought, and as a result white goes for a little bit of a desperate cut like this. It's a little desperate because black now has a very nice way to make ko right here. I would recommend white play this attach and then start fighting with black on the top. Black may just choose the something like this safety method, and this would allow white to cut with impunity in the middle. So in the game, white cuts like this, and black goes for the defense, and then before black goes for the ko, black goes for the counter attack against the middle white. This is a very good fighting by Zebra Bob. So Zebra Bob is displaying some very, very good fighting technique. Unfortunately, black does not have that many liberties in the middle here, and as a result, black dies in the middle. So here probably the best move is to Atari like that, connect it like this, so both sides survive. And after that, black may choose to play something here. This is also a major problem for white. For one thing, black can just extend. Remember, use your fancy peeps instead of connecting. Connecting might also be fine, but like this, use the fancy peeps and then go for the overall attack. So here the game was very promising for black, but black ends up losing most of this middle, and now again this game is swinging back into white's favor now. Here the move is to play this one, and then maybe push like this. White may lose the tail, but that's a way to capture this. This way is very, very tricky. Again, now black connects and white loses another group, so another big turn of events. And now this is like a drama, and the protagonists are Zebra Bob. Right after he loses big, he gains big, and he's fighting his way back, and then he messes up again in the middle, and then he loses a corner again. Just when we think all is lost, black finds a very nice capture on the left hand side all of a sudden, and that sort of turns the game back into black's favor. White really needed to do to use the this peep as a sente move in order to capture black. Okay, this move is too small. Black should be making the Atari, and then defending the top territory. This was always very, very big. There is another thing that black can do, which is here. Throw this in. Well, maybe just play this move in Sente. Throwing in is a double ko, and therefore black can't actually save all of these stones. Okay, so what happened was white got gote in the corner, but black played a relatively small move, capturing 3 stones. White played this move, which is connecting and saving the dead stone, and now black's top is really in trouble now. Black squirms, but is unable to make any stone alive on the top. And so once again, the game swings back into white's favor, and sadly for our Zebra Bob, this game is going to end with white winning. Wow, this was very, very exciting, and white wins by 34 in the end. Yeah, this was an exciting game. I hope all of your games in the future are like this one, very enjoyable. Lots to learn from this game, and most exciting game of the night. All right, and here we come to our last game. Let's Panda versus Let's Panda, I believe, is Rowdy, and then Mr. Redman is Cold River. Okay, we'll go with that, and okay, let's see how this game went. Okay, black plays here. Yes, remember guys, always be try to always be approaching a corner. This way you can share into the corner territory, and that would allow you to be much more secure than otherwise. So in this game, black is attacking white, but also white is attacking black. Black has a first move, but white has a 4-on-1 when black only has a 3-on-1. So okay, let's see. Okay, when white jumps, black jumps. White plays this peep. This is a very, very nice move. This way, it's like if black blocks and prevents white from connecting, white will go into the corner, maybe even counterattack against black, and destroy a lot. And so if black very likely is going to give way, and as a result, white is now going to have a very, very clear base, 2 eyes for sure, and therefore white has overwhelming thickness in this area, which means all the moves like this move, like this move, like this move, none of those are Sente moves. So all that white will need to do is surround these 3 black stones from the other side, and black would have a very, very bad time. So here comes white doing exactly this. Remember, we leaned a little bit towards the left-hand side, and this would more likely pressure and force black into the right-hand side white thickness. Remember to always use your alive groups as thickness. You've surrounded 7-8 points of territory. That's not that's good, but don't forget about the group. Use the group as thickness. Push your opponent into your group, and then you'll be good. So in this game, white pushes black into the empty side, and this allows black to have a relatively comfortable life. Okay, black goes 1 step a little far. Let's see if this will matter. This did not actually matter, and white would then for sure prefer to have played on the left-hand side like this, where white can have more territory. A noticeable way to cut would be to hane and then extend. This way we can connect back. The only thing that white needs to watch out for is the counterattack into the corner. This would be the way to cut black. Another way is to turn. Actually, this is the best way to cut black. for sure, by far, and white's corner is safe and black is cut. So yeah, so black goes a little too far, but you know, how could you blame someone for going too far, right? He's trying too hard, right? We'll never blame anyone for trying too hard, and he was not punished for it, so so he gets away with it as well. Okay. So remember before with the large knight's move, it was a little far. This move is a little close. Remember, always prefer to approach the corner. Give your opponent the ability to invade, because when your opponent invades, at least he is not making any territory. And something like this, you may make a lot more territory if you capture him. And so black played very, very conservatively. So white would be very happy to play on the outside of this, but white plays on the inside of this. This is very crazy. And then he cuts. Okay, so at least the cut is on the outside, which is good. But for here, black really wants to make sure that white does not get a good result out of this or turns it around. So it's very nice for black to make this extend right now. This would make sure that white loses the c12 stone in a grand capture. Okay, so in the game black Ataris, this gives white the chance to correct the mistakes from earlier. White is very ambitious. White wants to have this Atari and have Sentes on this side. However, this does allow black to play this Atari and capture in a grand scale. So good attempt, but how could you berate someone for trying to get more than he deserves? Okay, so good attempt by white, and black allows this to happen. Okay. This overall, white played super aggressively and black did not punish as well as he could have. Okay, and here the game goes up to the top. Black makes territory here, very reasonable. Here it's very important for white to start counterattacking this way, and when black takes care of the group, that's when white can destroy the right-hand side. Otherwise, white will just have to take the exchange of the territory versus the white territory, the black territory versus the white territory. When you guys invade, try to invade on the third line where you're approaching some stone and where you can surround where you can see your eye space. For example, like this, you can see your eye space like this. When you play in the middle and your opponent cuts you off from behind, you actually put yourself at greater risk because it's not as easy to make a base with your invasion stone. Okay, here connect. This additional territory in the middle is not big, and strength of shape is much more important. So black extends. This allows white to, crazy. This allows white to form all sorts of counterattacks now. This noticeably will be bad for black. This way white captures through black. And so black is going to have to cut white somehow. This is going to be a ko, but in any case, even like this is white destroying a lot of black territory. So here again, white plays this move, which allows black to capture from the outside, a major loss from white here. Now the capturing the one stone is very big. Let's see. Black played this jump. Okay, this does give white another opportunity to strike at black. So unfortunately, white picked the middle to strike against black. This sort of this fourth line Atari fixed most of the black weaknesses. Very, very unfortunate. this way there is a clear weakness. I think the size of the black territory is what sort of terrified white, and white really wanted to do a lot against the territory, but white was in the end white was not able to do any of this. Here black can safely connect on the outside and then just extend. So here black is fixing the inside cut at the same time. This is all very, very favorable for black. The right-hand side territory is solidified, and now a very strong play is to capture this one stone, give up the 3, and then take all the territory on the board, and then take the win like this. A win with your big right-hand side territory. Yes, of course, when your opponent cuts, the natural inclination is to capture it. Yeah, all good. So what does black do now? A very good move is to give up the 3 stones and then play this way, so all the black stones are connected. Connect is also very strong this way because white has to take care of the middle. This allows black to take care of the black group. Okay, this way is a very strong attack, but there is a weakness with the wedge. This is white capturing black, but luckily black can perhaps fix with a sente move here. It would depend on this ladder, but unfortunately this ladder is good for white, so black runs himself into some trouble, and he doesn't hane, but minor detail, doesn't hane. This is black once again getting into trouble in the middle here. When white throws in, black realizes and then goes on to other things. Luckily for black, white did not decide to take away the eye space, and instead went from the top. This here is the strongest attack. When black Ataris just capture, don't block, and as long as we run out with these 2 stones, black is not likely to be able to make this alive. In the game, white presses on top. This gives black a chance to take the territory and the eye space. This is perhaps white's last chance to still play this. The key again is to not block when black pushes, and just save the 3 stones with the thickness on the outside. So this, yes, this is not very easy to pick up this habit. In the game, white blocks. This allows black to have a sente atari, and this allows black to capture these 3 stones. This was very, very tragic. Very tragic. The fighting was really turning white's way. White captured 5 stones, but one block. You don't have to block. This. I know. At our level, at 4 to 5Q, it's very difficult not to block this one. So no blame is assigned, but this was a great. We don't have to block, and block lost us a game. So very unfortunate. But hopefully, this game ends now. Hopefully, there is a much better ways than block, and hopefully this is a good experience to take forward for white here. Okay, I thank you guys for tuning in. These games were very, very good, and we have a very stacked, very strong review lineup coming up. So good luck in your games, guys, and best of luck to the contestants for next week's North American Online League round 2. All right.
Thanks for doing this, Michael. I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys. Good. Enjoy the next reviews.